Oh yeah, what's up YouTube TP back here today going through how to break hard points on Yemen. Haven't done one of these in a while, figured it was due. Let's get into it right away. Alright, first hill. Really a contesty type of hill. Neither team should be getting more than like 25 points on this if both teams are playing correctly. But definitely the better side of the map to have control is this side, the rugs, and the dirt path rock side of the map. So if you spawn on that other side right there, you need to do your best. Your AR players need to try and go big, while your SMG player really wants to be, the main person trying to just get into this hill and stay alive. Common spots on this hill where OBJ players are going to lay is like right here, on the box, if on the other side, probably behind the barrels right here, etc. So if you spawn on this bad side, I guess it's not really bad side, but it's the less favored side. You really want to try and get around and get control of this side of the map, because that will help you out transitioning to the next treehouse hill. But let's say you have no control of it and you're just spawning all the way over there. Do your best. Popping smokes at this middle street right here is the best way to try and get in and try and contest and get their guy out of it, while your AR players are going to try and go around this dirt side or try and go all the way around and try and get treehouse control and top purple. Your main objective rolling down to these final seconds of the hill is, even if they're getting time, if you get control of this top purple side of the map, purple is this room right here, you're doing your job and it's going to set you up for the rest of the map. So that pretty much does it on this first side. I mean, not really much to talk about. It's a contesty type of hill. It's about getting the spawn. It's not really about breaking the hard point in general. It's not really a lock the map down type of hill, if that makes sense. Moving on to this hill, the treehouse, this second one. Let's say they have complete control of it. Basically, you need to do your best never to have more than like one person coming down this dirt path. It's a death trap. They're going to have their AR players right there posted up. Do your best not to feed streaks on this hill if you're struggling to overtake it. Same with this mid-arch. Unless you, maybe if you have a smoke, you want a guy pushing down this middle alley. Or if you have numbers or just sort of, odd situations that pertain. It's Call of Duty is a really situational game. Sometimes pushing down that middle alley, let's say you could have a guy spawn here and push up if you have numbers, if you have guys up top, etc. But in like a sort of stalemate situation where you really have nothing going for you, your main objective needs to be, sending your sub players, trying to get into purple, get purple control, and have your AR players try and block this up top spawn. If they're not spawning in this area, that is very good for you to try and break this hill. So, main objective, get purple, block their spawn at top purple. As soon as you get that accomplished, you can go ahead, throw your smokes at this window is what I like to do. And, sort of have your AR player post up and have, maybe your sub or two subs push up here. Try and get in contest, stop them from getting time. If you can make them spawn down here, if after they have top control, it's really going to go well for you, and it's a lot easier to break the hill if they're not spawning right next to it. That makes sense, doesn't it? Moving on to the top treehouse. Really hard to break. I would say hardest hill in the game to break if the other team has complete control of it. They're going to have an SMG or two running around, roaming this middle area, trying to pick you off and waste your time. If you get those kills, what you need to do is, you really got to coordinate with your team and push multiple areas at one time, and smokes are the best way to do that. Normal spots the team is going to set up is an AR player, chilling up here, being annoying, peeking in and out, picking off easy kills, or in the top curved street building right there.
Hardpoint identified.
Common spots for them to watch, middle, is right here at the fruit stands, inside here. So you really need to be wary of those people, as those are the most important people to kill, as well as the people roaming around. Rarely you want to push from purple side unless you get like purple stairs control, and you're pushing from all three areas at one time. So, like I said, smokes, throw everything you got at the guy in hill. If you can, grenade them out if they're weak on trophies, etc. Get your EMPs, nades, smokes, chuck everything you got at them. Try and do your best. But let's say if you push one or two times, it's really not working for you. There's like 35, 40 seconds left. Dude, just don't even do it. You're going to feed them score streaks, rotate to church, and get control of that. Otherwise, you'll be screwed for the rest of the map. That last hill will be literally impossible for you to control if they're blowing you up with shit. Moving on. Let's say you actually do break that hill. You get that, 40 seconds up top. You're feeling good about yourself. But they have church. Church is, pretty hard to break as well. Let's say you're pushing down from up top. They have complete control of it. Like I said before, throw everything you got. If you got nades, put them in these back corners of this church hill right here. I like to pop a smoke right there. Oh, they're blind. Sweet. You really need to be careful at this front jump right here. If you get a chance to do it, you need to go with 1 or 2 of your teammates and, do sort of thing like 1, 2, 3, fucking go, and try and, get them out. It's really hard to do from the front jump, though. If they have a brain, you're going to be an easy kill for them. You really want to try and push down this dirt path on the rock side of it. You're going to have an AR player lurking back here, at this car. The rocks back here. Do your best to try and bait and switch that guy out of the back. And, they're going to have a guy up top balcony normally, or, a really good spot I like to sit at is right here. You just shoot through the window right there. Go ahead and use that one, boys. Anyways, you really want to try and get around these back stairs over here. If you can kill their AR player, the guys in hill are pretty much, shooting fish in a barrel. You can try and bait and switch them out of there. I would say, sort of, if you're desperate, go front jump with smokes and nades and stuff. But if you really have time, bait and switch back here properly and get those ARs out of their positions and, get in there with your SMG. And, it's a really AR dominant map. You really need to rely on your teammates, and you're sort of the bait if you're running an SMG. And, don't die too much, and make sure every kill you're getting is really worth it. So, that's the best way to break church. Make sure your AR players are watching that mid-arch if you're trying to go front jump. Otherwise, you're just going to keep dying, and you're going to get really annoyed, and they'll get score streaks. Anyways, let's say you get church control, and it's going on to this last hill. And you're, it's a close game. Time's dwindling down. You have no score streaks, and you just got to, do your best to break. A lot of pro teams actually play this last hill differently from what I've seen. Some are more top-heavy. That's the best way to play it. If they're not pushing from up top, that's the best way to do it because they're spawning, either all the way down or all the way at the curved side. And then other teams play more treehouse heavy, which I really wouldn't recommend. But anyways, the best way to try and break this hill, in my opinion, is send your SMGs up in this purple stairs and jump up area and try and get purple control, while the rest of your team try and flip to the spawn and try and get this up top spawn. Once you get the up top spawn, that's the main objective. I like popping a smoke in this sort of general area right here. So the guy at the barrel can't see you. The guy at the rock heglitch over there can't see you. The guy in treehouse can't see you. And, once you pop that smoke, shoot those trophies first. Make sure you're throwing EMPs to blow those trophies up. Pop your smokes, pop your nades behind the, statue monument sort of area right there. And then you can work your way and try and contest with your team. As a sub player, once again, you're relying on your ARs, so once that smoke gets out, that's your sort of time to push. So I like to push in, try and get to these barrels. You can see through this crack, shoot, try and trade once you start it. Contest before you try and go crazy and get the kills. Otherwise, you're just going to be an easy death, and you're not going to help your team. Bait for your teammates, and hopefully your AR players can sort of look over you while you get in the hill, get dirty, and try and contest that time. If you don't have control of it, always want to contest and make the other team worry about you and force a gunfight into your favor instead of trying to go Superman, trying to jump out and challenge a gunfight. You're most likely going to lose. Anyways, hopefully this video sort of helped you guys, gave you guys an idea on what sort of transitions to make first when trying to break a hill. Breaking spawns first on some hills, whereas, just going straight forward on some hills is more beneficial. Hopefully this intel will help you guys improve, and I'll do more of these videos for you guys. I think they have one more map to do breaking hardpoints on, so that'll be coming up within a couple of days. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. More to come. As always, subscribe. I'll talk to you dudes later. Peace!